So I guess we can go ahead and start it if you want.
Let's go ahead and get her going.
All right. Is everybody ready to start the Boat Anchors Unlimited this evening?
Get her going.
Okie dokie. I take that as a yeah. So we can see what happens a little later. But anyway. All right, folks. This is the beginning of the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Meet here every Wednesday night to exercise our old antiques. Even though some of us may be designed to call that too, but that's okay. We won't dwell on that. I've got a short list here. Let me run through those, and I'll turn it over to Rusty and go from there. And I imagine everybody's probably going to disappear about 8 o'clock to go watch the debate, if not before. So see if we can get through this and still have some fun before we get to watch somebody else have the fun. Is there anyone that has any emergency traffic before we start? Nothing heard, so I'm going to assume they don't. I'm going to kick it off with Rick, WD5ADC, down there in McAllen. Go ahead, Rick. Well, Rick must have stepped away for a minute. How about Danny, KE5ZS? Okay, how about K8WOZ? Dan, you got to be listening.
Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be the one to take up all the time. This is Dan, KWOZ, beautiful downtown sanctuary city of Houston. I'm talking on a Kenwood TS830S with the gold emblem down there. And I'm driving a homebrew 4CX600J amplifier, putting out about 750 watts. And let's see, the microphone is something, MC50. And the antenna is a two-band bazooka made by, I forget the name of that outfit. Anyway. That's it from here, Jay. Thanks for letting me in to be the first one, KWOZ.
Okay, Dan. No problem. Sounding great. And I forgot to mention I'm on a S820 with an Electro Voice 664A microphone or TL922 amplifier and a homebrew antenna tuner and antenna. KK5DR. Matt, go ahead.
Oh, this is me, KK5DR. Well, we're not on a vintage rig. We're on the Kenwood 890, driving a little GI7BT to about 460 watts out. And the most vintage part of the system right now is the antenna coupler out there at the base of the tower. A bunch of 1946 date-coded B&W and Collins parts running that thing. So that's the most vintage part we got here. Not much else out of the Fat Chicken Ranch. Back to you, Jake, KK5DR.
Okay, Matt. Well, you know, that old rebuild SB230 sounds pretty good. This is Jim, KB5ZIV. Your turn.
Hi, brother. Hi, folks. KB5ZIV. I'm on the Yaesu FT102. We're driving the big black box that goes through the tuner out there, the double extended zip fed with ladder line. So I hope everything's working.
Yep, it's working here. Anything else?
No, that'll do it.
Alrighty. Well, we're clicking right along here. Let's see. I heard a Byron in there. Whiskey Alpha 5 EDX.
Yeah, there. Hey there, Jake. And everybody else listening in on the net today. As I mentioned earlier before net, running a Kenwood 820S. Barefoot, of course. Up into the old inverted V. MC50 mic, the old standby rig. Had a beautiful day up here in Bluffdale today. It's warming up though.
and humidity's back. Everybody's having to turn the ACs back on again, but they're promising another cold front. What was Sunday night or Monday? I guess Monday, And thank God we're not closer to Louisiana, because those poor folks are going to get hit again, looks like, come Friday evening. So we'll keep them in our prayers, I guess. Maybe they'll get another hurricane and it'll straighten everything back up. It tore down a couple of months ago, right? So that's all I know for sure, Jay. Back to net, WA5EDX.
Question, Jay.
Okay, Byron, good deal. Who's got the question?
It's Mike, KL7CD. Can you tell me his main rig? I got a Cormer real close to me here in New Mexico.
Byron?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, is that, I'm sorry, was that your question? Was you wanting to know what Byron's name was?
No, I want to know his rig.
Oh, he's on a Kenwood 820, TS 820.
Okay, thank you.
Does it sound that bad?
No, he's got a corner, he's got somebody next to him. He's in New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
No, he sounds fine, Byron.
Oh, you're
just running barefooted. I mean, gee whiz, but that's still doing pretty good. Okay, how about you, Robert? Whiskey 9 whiskey.
All right, Jay. Good evening. Good evening, Byron. Good evening, everybody. I'm running a Byron Special Yaesu FT101E. Running that into a FL 2100 Baker. Looks like about 350 watts out. And I'm using the old Yaesu microphone, YT844A. Yeah, 844A. Who's this mic? Little old microphone. And the antenna here is the Ultimac Double Bazooka 8040. And I don't have much going on here. Just thought I'd come out here and fire the old Yaesu up since I hadn't had it on in quite some time. Byron, you sounding good there on the, what was that, the 820, 830? Whatever it was, it's sounding real good. Jay, you sounding good? Everybody's doing a fine job. You guys have a great one. I'll catch you later. WW9W. See y'all later.
Okay, Robert. Good deal. Well, you sounded fine on that Yaesu. That poor Yaesu's outnumbered here this evening, but it's doing an incredible job, so keep up the good work. Let's see, Mr. Whiskey Alpha 5, Mike Tango Tango. Come ahead, Mike.
Yeah, good evening, Jay, and everybody on the Boat Anchors Net tonight. It's Mike in Round Rock. Tonight we're on the Collins S line again, winged emblem version, 75S2 receiver, 32S1 transmitter, and the amplifier is the 30S1 and the 312B4 station console here. Microphone is Electrovoice 674. Anyway, yeah, I'll share your sentiments about the hurricane. Sorry to see that thing may be headed Louisiana again, but we'll just keep our fingers crossed. Back to you, Jay.
Okay, Mike. Well, the only good thing is that the water's a little cooler now, so maybe it'll weaken some before it gets there, but they're still not going to appreciate it, I'm sure. Keep a good thought for those folks. All right, W5HTR, Fred, your turn.
Yeah, okay. Good evening, Jay and the net, W5HTR in Richardson, Texas. And, well, let's see. I'm transmitting on a T4X with some help from a Yaesu an FL 2100B. Probably doing about, it looks like 300 watts maybe. And receiving on an R4B, the microphone is a Shure 450. Probably a modern version of the 444. I actually have a 444 sitting next to me on the table here, but I usually use it on my TR4. And that's pretty much the rig. The antenna's an Alpha Delta DXDD as an inverted V. headed up for forever and ever. Seems to be doing an okay job. Don't want to keep too long because I know you guys want to get in and out. You might consider, if things don't go well in the election, rather than watching the debate, spend time hiding your guns. Go ahead, Jay. W5HTR.
If I got it hid, Fred, I won't be able to use it to defend myself. And as old as I am, I got not much to lose, so they better watch out. Anyway, thank you, Fred. Sounded pretty good. Let's see. Let me see if Rick is back here yet. WD5ADC. Rick, are you back?
Yeah, this Rick, WD5ADC. You read me, Jay?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. We started a little early because of the, activities tonight and stuff. So go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I had to go out and feed the birds. They were screaming. This is Rick down in the Rio Grande Valley, Harlingen, Texas to be exact. And call is WD5ADC. I'm on the Gossett GSB 100 transceiver today, or transmitter, a Drake 2B receiver, TL9 22A amp, and up to an inverted V in the backyard.
And doing a fine job.
So how's this thing sound?
It sounds good.
Okay, well, maybe I fixed it. I had to readjust the carrier balance, and same on microphone that you guys were complaining about the other night. I just turned the gain down a little bit.
Well, it certainly worked. It's your audio is good. It's constant. It's smooth. It's completely understandable. There's no rough edges or anything. It's full. It's all there, and it sounds great.
Okay, part of that may have been that amplifier. Like I said, there's capacitors in that Collins amp are 55 or more years old.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, it's time to take it and put it on the bench, which is exactly what I've done, in line with all the other stuff that's broke. So WD5ADC, 7-3, everybody.
Okay, Rick. Good deal. Sounds great. We'll look for you next week or whenever. Thank you, sir. How about, let's see, Danny, are you out of the shower yet? KE5 Zulu Sugar?
I am. Kilowatt Echo 5 Zulu Sierra. Hello, everybody. I'm on an old, well, it's not that old, Kenwood 830S. Inverted V about 40 feet and an Electro Voice mic. I don't even remember the number on the microphone, but if anybody's interested in an 830, I went through it. It looks brand new. You're listening to it. And I'll let it go for $375 with an extra set of tubes. 2 6-to-146s and a 12BY7A that are good. And that's about it here, Jay. Everybody's sounding good. You're sounding really good, Jay. Jim, you were sounding really good. Lynn, Matt, everybody. We got a good band tonight. So 73's my email address if anybody wants it. And it's a pickup only. I don't want to ship this. Kilowatt Echo 5 Zulu Sierra at ARRL.net. 73's Jay, and thanks for doing the net.
Alrighty, no problem, Danny. That's a good price on that 830. You've got a little, it might be my receiver, I don't know, I'll have to see. I've got a little bit of a ripple in your audio there. I'm not sure what it was, but like I say, it might be on my end. But that's a good price on that 830. Anybody's looking for a TS830, Danny's got a good one for $375 with the extra set of tubes and a driver. His call sign is KE5ZS, and his email is his call sign at ARRL.net. If anybody's interested.
You see on the 830 right now, Jay?
I think that's AC on the audio.
Yeah, it sounds like AC ripple.
That's what I hear.
You copy that, Danny?
Yeah, the audio's up a little too high.
No, it's an AC ripple.
Yeah.
A capacitor or something on the power supply. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it could be. You could have one of your power capacitors might be trying to tell you something.
No, I think I had the audio turned up too high.
Well, it's still got AC though.
It's definitely AC.
Yeah, definitely AC.
Still there no matter how low you turn it.
Checked in last week. Nobody said a word about it. But I've also got a Behringer in line with it, so I don't know, man. It could be just, who knows.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to turn it to Rusty. KL7CD, Mike, before it gets noisy, go ahead.
Okay, Jay, thanks for letting me in here. This is KL7CD. I'm in Ruidoso, New Mexico. We're an hour behind y'all, so I have to get into my shack earlier than normal to make the boat anchors net compared to when I'm back in New Braunfels. By the way, I'll be back in New Braunfels sometime around the first week of November, plus or minus, I don't know, 5 or 6 days. Tonight I'm on the Kenwood 520S, and I'm driving it with a microphone MC50, and that runs out to my amplifier, which is a SB201, running about 400 watts out. And I run that through. As Jim says, the big black box, I don't know what he means, says that. Mine's a Dentron monitor tuner. And I feed that with coax up to my dipole about 50 feet here in New Mexico. And by the way, we're at 7,000 feet elevation. So maybe that'll help a little bit. Everybody's sounding real good. That Godsett rig, as always, sounds really good. Everybody's got strong signals anywhere from S9 to about 15 over. So conditions are real good here in New Mexico. 73, and back to you, Jay, KL7CD.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, your signal's coming downhill real fine, no problem. I didn't have any trouble copying you at all this evening. So that's a good deal. Thank you, sir, for checking in, and I'll look for you next week. And be sure you get home in time to vote now. Don't get stuck out there and try to mail it in. It might not count. You never know. Anyway, all right. Rusty, WK5R, this is KM5QS, turning it to you, sir.
I got absentee ballots on the way there, Jay.
Oh, okay.
All right, KM5QS, WK5R. All right, good evening, everybody. I'm located up here in northeast Texas, halfway between Dallas and Tyler, on the usual Helicopters HT-37 transmitter, receiving on the Kenwood TS-590. And the microphone is the usual Audio-Technica AT-2035, driving the homebrew GS-35 amp into the fan dipole over there up on the tower at about 50 feet. All right. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now?
Kilo Echo WV5TXW.
Okay, I got two there. I think there was three, but I got two. KE5Q, go ahead, Jim.
Yes, this is Kilo Echo 5 Quebec, Jim in Plano. And, I got the mic gain too high there. Anyway, good evening to everybody. We're on the Collins tonight, the KWM2 30L1, and the Shure 444 into the Ultimax double bazooka. Appreciate you guys calling the net. Glad to hear everybody. Go ahead there, Rusty. KE5Q Plano.
Okay, Jim. What rig did you say you was on?
KWM2 30L1.
Okay, roger. Yeah, the Collins stuff is sounding good there. All right, TXW, George, go ahead.
Hello, Rusty, and all around the net from WB5TXW, almost on the same radios as that guy before me. Collins, S line 32S175S3, the 30L1, 75 meter dipole, sure 444. Very popular microphone, a lot of punch for these older radios, over.
You're absolutely right, George. Anything else for the net?
That is it. Everybody have a good evening. WB5TXW back to net.
Okay, George, calling this stuff is sounding good from down that way, too. All right, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
W5XU.
5 Papa Kilo.
Okay, I got W5XU. Go ahead.
Good evening, gentlemen. This is David, W5XU in Covington, Louisiana. Waiting patiently for Friday to see what happens with the latest storm out there. I need to make sure that the Gulf of Mexico post office kind of loses our address for a while. I'm wearing out the lawn furniture, just putting it in and out of the barn. Talking to you on Drake C line, R4C with shoreward modifications, T4XC, and driving an L4B till about 600 watts. To a 160 and 80 dipole about 60 feet up, running east-west. Microphone is the Shure. I think it's a 444. It sure looks like one, but that's not the number on the bottom of it, and I think they played around with the numbers. Not sure of that. Anyway, good evening, gentlemen. I hope everybody is doing well. I didn't mean to break the Mike. I didn't mean to break the list of the Kenwoods, but I guess my Drakes will have to do. W5XU. Thank you, Rusty.
Okay, David. Yeah, the Drake station sounds great there. All right, Papa Kilo, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. I wasn't sure if I was making it at all there for a minute, but good to hear everybody in there. And at least the band's holding up a little bit longer before it craters here in a little while. Anyway, name here is Steve in Austin, running barefoot with a 40-meter multi-band in-fed half-wave at about 30 feet. The Drake TR4C, MN2000 matching network, the remote VFO, RV4C. So anyway, kind of a classic old Drake station here. And the microphone is also one of the Shure 450 Series 2 desktop mics, which really the only thing that I've seen different between the 450 and the 444 is that the 450 has an impedance switch. You can use it with modern equipment and not just boat anchors. So basically, looks like the audio response on the mic and everything's essentially the same as the 444. Same beast. Anyway, back to you, Rusty, and greetings to the net from Austin, Texas, K5PK.
Okay, Steve, your Drake station sounds great, and there were some of the 444s that had the impedance switches on it. I worked on a couple here a while back. Anyway, appreciate you checking in. All right, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
AG5XP.
AG5XP, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Kenneth up in Central Texas, Brownwood. I'm glad I'm not the only one on a helicopter. Right now I got a helicopter 32A transmitter with the matching 33A amplifier using a D104 microphone on this rig, going out a G5 RV homebrew antenna. That's about all we got up here in Central Texas. Back to net.
All right, helicopters is sounding good. Your helicopters to helicopters there. Almost the same rig. The 32 and the 37 are fairly close. Anyway, appreciate you checking in there. All right, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo 5 Delta, Juliet Whiskey.
Kilo 5 Delta, was that Juliet Whiskey?
That's correct. K5DJW. The name is Dave, and we're in Beaumont, Mississippi. Again, like last week, I'm running the TR4C barefoot at about 250 watts PEP, I guess. That's what they say it'll do. and using the D104, the plain old vanilla model, and an off-center fed antenna. So I hope I'm being heard and the quality is good enough. Back to you.
Okay, yeah, the Drake TR4C from over there in, I believe you said Mississippi, is sounding good there. Crystal clear and loud and clear. Appreciate you checking in. Okay, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Charlie 5 Lima.
KC5L, go ahead.
Hey, good evening, Rusty, on the Boat Anchors Net. This is Tom, KC5L. Thanks for picking me up, and we're in San Antonio. And tonight we're talking on the usual Central Electronics 200V with the D104 microphone, and that's driving a Central Electronics 600L amplifier doing about 300 watts into a homebrew doublet, and it's fed with a Johnson KW matchbox. And we're listening on a R398. So again, good evening to everyone, and that's all I have. So back to you, Rusty, KC5L.
All right, Tom, the Central Electronics is sounding good as usual there. Okay, there was another station underneath Tom there. Try it again. I'll see if I can pull you out of there. Whiskey 4 Delta Zulu Charlie. Is that correct? Go ahead. You're a little bit light, but I believe you said you're on a TR7? Roger, roger. Yeah, I copied everything you said in there, up there from, I believe you said in Virginia. Is that correct? Roger, roger. Well, you're making it. You're a little light, but you're making it all the way to Texas down here. Anything else from the Met?
I just want to say hello to Nick who was driving to John Mine.
Okay, I haven't heard Nick this afternoon, but well, I'll pass that on if I do hear him. Appreciate you checking in there from way up there in Virginia, or way over there in Virginia. All right, who else to the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K0SCD.
Okay, I got K0SCD. Go ahead, Steve.
Good evening, Boat Anchors. Hello, Rusty. And hello, everybody out in Radio Land. K0SCD in Tyler. Tonight I'm on the trusty old Kenwood 520. The Collins 30L1 dipole up about 40-odd feet. And that's about it from here. Beautiful weather. Back to you, Rusty. K0SCD.
All right. I believe you said you're on the Kenwood there, and it sounds great. All right. Appreciate you checking in, Steve. We'll catch you next time. Okay, the station ending in Alpha Golf. Go ahead. Can anybody copy him better than me? I'll take that as a no. I'm sorry, Alpha Golf, I can't copy you there. I did catch the suffix of your call, but that was about it. Hang around a little bit. I don't know how much longer we'll be here, but maybe the band will get a little better. Okay, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K5 Bravo India Zebra.
All right, go ahead, Biz.
Yeah, North Dallas, Texas. Only running 100 watts tonight. They're from a Atlas 210, an Atlas 210 X-ray. And the microphone is a Yankee Dog 148 into inverse-B, 100 watts into inverse-B. Good evening, everybody. Back to net, K5BIZ.
Okay, Biz. The Atlas seems to be working. I used to have one of those. Seems like you might be up to frequency just a tad, but it sounds like it's okay. All right, appreciate you checking in. I think I heard another station there. Who else for the Bone Anchors Unlimited? Come now. I can't copy the Alpha Golf. The N5SSN, go ahead.
Wanted to say hello to Steve there, and him, I'd like to hang around here and have to catch the DRV if I can.
That'll be fine. Jim's still here. You copy that, Jim? Oops, he must be gone, but you're welcome to hang around after the net. Appreciate it. Who else for the Bone Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Question, Rusty.
Question, go ahead.
That's Charlie Delta. What was that fella's rig, that last guy you talked to?
Was an Atlas 210.
No, the one after that.
Were you talking about Steve?
I think I'm talking about Biz.
Oh, Biz was on the Atlas 210.
The one after that was November 5, Sugar Fox Nancy.
I heard a SNN. He was trying to get a hold to talk to Jim down there in Uvalde.
Oh, okay.
He never did say. I think he might have been on a modern rig.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Who else for the Bone Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, Jay, I think I ran my string there. Had a pretty good run there. KM5QS, WK5R. You want to do a little bit more before we close it?
Yeah, we can give it a shot. I thought I heard Terry in there. Thank you, Rusty. KM5QS and WB0. I'm drawing a blank. Perry, UOZ, come in here.
Yeah, but it wasn't me you heard. Are you copying me, birthday, Mike?
Oh, well, go ahead anyway.
Okay, all right. Well, I run home here from work to eat a bite and to turn the radio on, so I'm on a cold Heathkit 102 barefoot, so I hope it's doing the trick. And we've got the little Shore 450 Series 2 mic on this dude, ran through our Heathkit tuner and out to our 137-foot inverted V fed with 450 arm ladder line, kind of the same old story. Except I'm barefoot, so there you go. Thanks for getting me in. We'll ride along here a few minutes, and then I got to get back to work.
Okay, Perry. Yeah, good deal. Yeah, we started a little early this evening because some of us want to watch that debate, so that's why we're flying through this thing. But it's good to hear you. We'll talk to you next time. All right, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Who we haven't got yet, come ahead now. Anyone that we still wants to check in, come on down.
Kilo 5, Lima Tango.
There you are. Go ahead.
Good evening, Jay, and everybody else on the net. Everybody's sounding good tonight, and so I know we're moving along quickly. So running the usual, the Kenwood SB101 to the Kenwood amp, SB221, out through an antenna, strung through the trees. Weather's been great. Everybody's sounding great, so everything's good. Back to you, sir. K5LT.
All righty. Thank you, sir. I can't believe I forgot your name.
That's Lyle, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Lyle. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Forgot to say it in there.
It's okay. I mean, you know, I'm getting old. I'm actually older than my radio. Dang. Terrible. Anyway. Anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited before we go watch one of our Republican heroes? Well, anyway, never mind. Who else? we may have run it out there, Rusty.
Okay, you want me to tie the ribbon on it?
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. You can, make another try or whatever you want to do. And I'm going to appreciate everybody that showed up and checked in this evening. We had a good time. Did it rather quick. Hope everybody enjoys what they're going to do this evening. Anybody over east of us, watch out for the hurricane. Be ready. It's coming. Maybe it won't be so bad, I hope. We'll keep y'all in our thoughts, and we'll see you next week. KM5QS. Go ahead, Rusty, WK5R.
KM5QS, WK5R. Well, I've been lucky tonight. The old helicopter had stayed on frequency. I hadn't had to touch it. So here we go. Anybody else out there we have not talked to yet that wants to get in on the boat anchors net, you better come now, forever hold your peace. I'll take that as a nobody else. I appreciate all of you checking in because Jay, myself, Lynn, who was not here tonight, or Guy, who is not here, or whoever else might help out with the net controls. We know what it takes to get these things up and running and to keep them on the air there. We appreciate y'all checking in, and we'll look for you next week. This is WK5R, now closing the Wednesday night 3870 Boat Anchors Unlimited net and returning its frequency to normal amateur abuse.
Good here in New Mexico, Rusty. Great signal tonight, and I don't know if you were moving the dial or not, but you stayed right where I heard you the first time.
No, I have not touched it. Mike, so it stayed there. When I got in, it was a little stuffy in here, so I turned the AC on and turned this on about 3:30, and apparently with those two on, it stabilized. I didn't tune it in there until just before the net, but it has not moved. I'm listening to it on my headphones.
And that's great. You better run that AC every time.
Might be a little too cold in that winter.
Yeah, that's a problem too.
But then it might be cool enough for it to stabilize anyway.
There you go.
Yeah, I know it still does a double sideband, but it's got good audio.
Oh, it sounds great tonight, and it stayed right. I thought you had your hand on the dial watching. You got a digital readout somewhere, don't you?
No, but I'm listening to it on the TS590, and I can tell if it moves. It seems to have moved just slightly, but not enough to even worry about.
Roger, roger. Well, it was good to hear Jim tonight. I hadn't heard him in I don't know how long.
Roger. Yeah, it's driving all right. I'm doing about a kilowatt there with the homebrew amp, so. And the audio sounds like I got it set about right.
That sounds real good here. You're running 15 over right now. You were strong from the first transmission. That's your